Hi, welcome back to Mr. Slover's Math. Today we're going to talk about what to buy for an apartment or a house. So the directions are asking you to take the next 10 to 15 minutes and write down anything and everything you can think of that you would need to buy if you were to live on your own in an apartment or a house. What would you need? Now there are 70 some odd blanks that I gave you. That does not mean you have to fill out all 72 blanks. So some common things that you might need: a bed, some sheets, a lamp, dishes, silverware. You don't have to list spoon, fork, knife. You can just list silverware, utensils, and just kind of lump it all together. Okay, so try and think of what you can. Try to do this once again without use of the internet. I want to see what you can think of on your own. So that's the first part. The second part is asking you to list, and I'm purposely hiding what's down here. I'm asking you to list the expenses that you would need to pay if you were living in an apartment. So take 10 to 15 minutes after you list those expenses. Then I need you to give an estimate. If you can't think of one, go online. Get your Chromebook out, go online, and try and come up with a cost. Okay, so the major ones that I came up with, or the big ones that I came up with, were rent for an apartment, power, phone, internet or cable, insurance, food and grocery, gas and transportation, water, child care. Maybe you have pet care. Maybe you have something else that I don't know of. HOA fees. I don't know. Whatever your apartment has. Okay. And what's in red are the numbers that I found that for the average for the state. So rent for the state is $600, or at the time that I recorded this and wrote this was $600. The phone average was $60, internet, so on and so forth. So those were just the averages that I found for the state. That doesn't necessarily mean that your rent is $600 for an apartment. It could be more, it could be less. Same thing with power. It could be more, it could be less. On the back side, I'm asking you the same thing, but this time I want you to do it with a house. So list the expenses or the bills that you would have if you lived in a house. Once again, you don't have to fill all of 15 spots, but I do want you to try to fill out a few of them and give an estimated cost. If you can't find one, go online to find one. So there's a few different ones. So instead of rents, when you have a house, you're paying the mortgage, and you have to include those property taxes. You still have to pay power, phone, internet, cable, insurance, food, grocery, water, transportation. But now you also have to pay water and sewer. Sometimes those are lumped together. Sometimes they're separate. You also have to pay for recycling and garbage. Sometimes those are together. Sometimes those are separate. Child care is in there. If you are someone that does not mow lawns or doesn't like yard work, you will need to put in maintenance for your yard. So lawn mowing maintenance would have to be an added cost that you would have to put in there, or any other ones. And once again, the numbers in red, just like I had for an apartment, were the average that I found for the state. Okay, so the average was $125 for your power for the month. Now, that was earlier in the year when I was making the notes. That number could be changed. Same thing with the phone. Maybe the phone now is $45 a month. I don't know. Okay, this was just the average for the state at the time when I did this video. Okay. So the whole point was for you to realize what goes into living on your own. What do you need to buy? What do you need for your house? What do you need for your apartment? Start giving you some ideas of how much things actually cost, whether it's an apartment or a house. So if you have questions, make sure you